Well, the wonderful Niall Rowantree was just on stage a moment ago, and I did actually ask people in the chat if they had any questions, and we didn't get time to get back onto them quick enough onto the stage to be able to answer your questions. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging or feel like you're ignored, so I managed to grab him for a couple of seconds, and I'll ask some of those questions now. We were asked, and this is now where technology falls down and I have to try and figure out where and who sent them. Keith Gallagher said, will people that buy small patches of woodland to shoot be liable for extra stalking tax, or is it just big estate owners?
It depends on the scale of the business. At the moment, if the total business is under or around £10,000 a year, then you'll be exempt the sporting rates.
Okay. Hope that answers your question. Another one says, Andre Gouge says, why on earth is Neil not the Scottish First Minister?
Well, that's something you'll have to ask the electorate of Scotland. I think because they have too many skeletons in the cupboard.
Perfect.
That should get you in, isn't it?
But not in the Alex Salmond sense.
Oh, moving on.
We got a question here from Colin Johnson. He says, what would he classify as the minimum level of competence? DSC 1 or DSC 2?
It's interesting. It's something I maybe we'll try and talk about tomorrow. But I think when you're actually guiding people and you're running a commercial business, I do personally think that even level 2 is probably inadequate. And we're looking for a higher level of competence coming out of the industry for professional hunting operations. So I think that's a good question. I think the whole thing about competence is it should be upward travel to improve standards continually across the industry.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, that's your questions. Thank you very much for sending them in. Don't forget to keep looking out on some other stuff that we're going to be coming out from here. We're also recording them all as podcasts, so you'll be able to find them there as well later on if you don't catch them live. Don't worry. We'll see you next time. Thanks.